The Maldives, a collection of over 1,000 coral islands scattered across the Indian Ocean, has long captivated travelers with its azure waters and pristine beaches. These islands offer a paradise-like escape that has drawn visitors from around the globe for centuries. Yet beneath this idyllic facade lies a rich and complex history shaped by centuries of cultural exchange and foreign influence. The Maldives has been a melting pot of cultures where traditions from Africa, Arabia, and Asia have interwoven to create a unique cultural tapestry. The struggle for independence was a long and arduous journey, marked by resistance and resilience. The eventual liberation of the Maldives in 1965 marked a new chapter in its history, paving the way for the development of a modern nation-state. Before the arrival of European powers, the Maldives boasted a vibrant and diverse cultural heritage, influenced by traders and seafarers from across the Indian Ocean. These early interactions brought a wealth of knowledge, traditions, and customs to the islands, creating a melting pot of cultures that would shape the Maldivian identity for centuries to come. Arab traders, drawn to the islands for their abundance of cowrie shells, a valuable form of currency in the ancient world, introduced Islam to the Maldives in the 12th century. This significant event marked a turning point in Maldivian history, as Islam became deeply ingrained in the social and cultural fabric of the nation, influencing everything from architecture to daily customs, and continues to shape Maldivian society to this day. The islands also witnessed the influence of South Asian cultures, particularly from Sri Lanka and southern India. These interactions are evident in the Maldivian language, Divehi, which has roots in the Indo-Aryan languages, and in traditional art forms such as intricate lacquerwork and mat weaving. The culinary traditions, music, and dance of the Maldives also reflect this rich South Asian heritage. This rich tapestry of influences laid the foundation for a unique and resilient culture that would weather the storms of colonialism. Despite the challenges posed by foreign domination, the Maldivian people managed to preserve their distinct cultural identity, blending ancient traditions with new influences to create a vibrant and enduring heritage that continues to thrive in the modern era. The arrival of the Portuguese in the Indian Ocean in the late 15th century marked a significant turning point in Maldivian history. Their presence in these waters was not just a matter of exploration, but a calculated move to dominate the lucrative spice trade routes that crisscrossed the region. Eager to control the lucrative spice trade, the Portuguese established a strong presence in the region, setting up fortified trading posts and naval bases to secure their interests. Eventually their ambitions led them to the Maldives, a strategic archipelago that could serve as a crucial point in their expansive trade network. In 1558, they established a trading post on the island of Male, the present-day capital. This move was not just about trade, it was a strategic foothold to exert influence over the entire region. The Portuguese sought to impose their will on the Maldivian people, using both military might and political maneuvering to establish control. One of the most significant impacts of Portuguese rule was their determined attempt to convert the Maldivian population to Christianity. Missionaries were sent to the islands, churches were built, and local traditions were challenged. This move, however, was met with fierce resistance from the Maldivian people, who were deeply rooted in their Islamic faith. The attempts at conversion ultimately failed, leading to numerous conflicts and uprisings. Beyond religious imposition, the Portuguese also exploited the islands for their natural resources. They saw the Maldives as a treasure trove of valuable commodities. Particularly they focused on cowrie shells, which were used as currency in many parts of Asia and Africa, and ambergris, a rare and valuable ingredient in perfume production. This exploitation had lasting impacts on the local economy and environment. Maldivian resistance to Portuguese rule culminated in the heroic efforts of Mohamed Thakurufaanu, a national hero who is revered to this day. In 1573, Thakurufaanu, along with his brother and a small band of loyal followers, launched a guerrilla campaign against the Portuguese, eventually driving them out of the Maldives and restoring Maldivian independence. Thakurufaanu's reign ushered in a golden age for the Maldives, characterized by political stability, economic prosperity, and a flourishing of arts and culture. This period stands as a testament to the resilience and determination of the Maldivian people in the face of foreign domination. Dutch shadows, trade and tensions in paradise. Following the expulsion of the Portuguese, the Maldives entered a period of relative peace and stability, but the specter of colonialism continued to loom large. The Dutch, who had established themselves as a major force in the Indian Ocean, replaced the Portuguese as the dominant European power in the region. While they did not directly colonize the Maldives, the Dutch exerted considerable influence over the islands through trade and diplomacy. The Dutch East India Company, or VOC, established a trading post in Mail and secured a monopoly over the export of cowrie shells, a vital source of revenue for the Maldivian Sultanate. The British Protectorate, a new era begins. The rise of British power in the Indian Ocean in the late 18th century ushered in a new chapter in Maldivian history. In 1796, the British East India Company, seeking to secure its interests in the region, established a protectorate over the Maldives. Under the terms of the agreement, the Maldivian Sultanate retained a degree of autonomy in internal affairs, but ceded control over foreign policy and defense to the British. The British, eager to maintain stability and secure their trade routes, adopted a relatively hands-off approach to governing the islands, allowing the Maldivian Sultanate to continue functioning with minimal interference. The winds of change, nationalism, and the road to independence. The 20th century witnessed a global surge in nationalist movements, and the Maldives was no exception. Inspired by the wave of decolonization sweeping across Asia and Africa, Maldivians began to agitate for greater autonomy, and eventually, full independence. The British, grappling with the aftermath of World War II and the decline of their empire, were increasingly amenable to granting independence to their former colonies. In 1965, after over 150 years of British rule, the Maldives gained its independence, marking a new era for the island nation. Legacy of Empire, the enduring impact of colonialism. The colonial experience left an indelible mark on the Maldives, shaping its political, economic, and social landscape in profound ways. The introduction of new crops and agricultural practices during the colonial era transformed the Maldivian economy, while the imposition of European legal and administrative systems left a lasting legacy on the country's governance. The English language, introduced during the British Protectorate, continues to be widely spoken in the Maldives, particularly in education and tourism. While colonialism undoubtedly had its negative consequences, it also facilitated the integration of the Maldives into the global system, exposing the islands to new ideas, technologies, and cultural influences. The Maldives today, a nation forged by history. Today, the Maldives stands as a sovereign nation, navigating the complexities of the 21st century with resilience and determination. Its rich colonial history continues to shape its national identity, providing valuable lessons for the future. The legacy of colonialism is evident in the country's political system, its legal framework, and its cultural landscape. Yet the Maldives has also demonstrated a remarkable capacity for adaptation and reinvention, emerging from its colonial past as a vibrant democracy and a leader in the fight against climate change. Conclusion. Reflections on the Maldivian journey. The colonial history of the Maldives is a testament to the enduring human spirit in the face of adversity. From the Portuguese intrusion to the British Protectorate, the Maldivian people faced numerous challenges, yet they never surrendered their identity or their aspiration for self-determination. The legacy of colonialism is complex and multifaceted, but it is essential to acknowledge both the positive and negative aspects of this historical experience. As the Maldives charts its course in the 21st century, it does so with a deep understanding of its past and an unwavering commitment to shaping its own destiny. Selected bibliography: Maloney Clarence, People of the Maldive Islands, Madras Council for World Mission, 1980, Romero Frias, Xavier, The Maldive Islanders, A Study of the Popular Culture of an Ancient Ocean Kingdom, Barcelona Nova Ethnographia Indica, 1999, Shahid, Sharifa, State and Politics in the Maldives, New Delhi South Asian Publishers, 1995, Stevens, H.C.P. The Book of Duarte Barbosa, An Account of the Countries Bordering on the Indian Ocean and Their Inhabitants, Vol. 2, London Hakluyt Society, 1866.